Hey guys, I'm about to start a workout, but before I do, I want to show you 4 cool things that I use to help minimize my time in the gym to make my workouts more efficient. They're all pretty low cost, so I don't think that they're gonna break the bank. You could feel free to use any or all of them. So first thing I've got here is a magnetic gym bag. So this back portion will literally attach to most machines, to walls even in the gym if they're metallic in any way. And why is this important? Well, for one thing, I can hold a lot of stuff in here. So as you can see, it has a pouch for a drink, which I would just throw in there. I also have pouches on the side here, so for keys. So I can put my keys on one end, and then I can put my headphones into the other pocket and my phone into the other pocket when I'm not using it. And that helps keep everything in one place. Some gyms have lockers. If you like using a locker, you can keep using a locker. Not saying you shouldn't. That helps me keep everything in one place. Also, I've lost shit in the gym. I've left headphones behind. I've left my water bottle behind. I've left other equipment behind that I brought with me. And so having a bag that keeps everything in one place and that will stick to stuff so it doesn't get dirty by being on the floor and stuff like that is outstanding. The second thing, I'm going to open up the bag here and show you a few items that help me during my workouts. And so I just want to preface everything by saying I don't have a sponsorship with any of these companies, just a happy user. So the first thing I've got here is a gym pin, right? So what you would do with this is if you're using a selectorized machine, meaning a pin loaded machine where you put a pin in and you can adjust the weight up and down, some machines, if you get strong enough, you're going to be too strong for. So what this enables you to do is you're able to put this thin end here into another pin slot above where you're racking the machine, and this thick area here, you could put a circular plate onto it. Probably not a 45, depending on the size and the location of the plate stack, but you can put on up to probably a 25, and that will help you continue to use the machine without having to get creative in other things you can use. The second thing that I use very regularly, primarily for pulling exercises and deadlifts, are VersaGrips. Again, I don't have an affiliation with this company, though if you guys want, hit me up. But VersaGrips are great because they enable you to take your grip out of a movement. Why is that important? Well, if your grip is a limiting factor, especially in something like a deadlift, or if you're doing heavy rows, then your back is not, or your glutes or your hamstrings, whatever you're working, depending on the movement, is not going to get sufficient stimulus because your grip is a limiting factor, not the actual target muscles of the movement. So while they don't remove grip from it entirely, they take quite a bit out of it. And that will enable you to more so focus on the target muscles and not do yourself any harm. The third cool thing that I use regularly in the gym are these. These are wrist cuffs, and these have, you see a D handle attachment here that you would hook up to a cable machine. You put these on either wrist. What is this good for? Stuff like cable lateral raises, a lot of cable exercises, front raises as well. Again, where grip, you have to hold a D handle, can be the limiting factor. As your arm and your shoulders are fatiguing, your grip may be the first thing to go, and thus your shoulders, your rear delts, your traps, whatever it is that you're doing on the cable machine is not going to get sufficient stimulus. So wrist cuffs will enable you to keep your grip out of it and to more so isolate the target muscles that you're working on when it comes to a lot of cable related exercises. The fourth and final piece of equipment that I have here, it's a little big, is a harness for your neck. You literally put it on over your head, and then you can see there are these D-handle attachments all throughout it. So you can do anything from neck flexion, neck extension, you could do side to side, you could even do flexion in one direction, flexion in the other. So they have D-handles literally all around this thing. I'm happy to send a link, so just DM me if you want the link for this one. This was actually pretty hard to find, and it's not from a very well-known brand, but it enables you to use a cable machine to train your neck. Why is training your neck important? Well, training your neck is important because you use it all the time. If you're driving, you have to look to your left, you have to look to your right. Sometimes you have to look up at the sky, down at the ground. And if you have a lot of tightness and weakness in your neck, your mobility with your neck is going to make life very difficult. I'm someone who's had neck problems. I hurt my neck powerlifting when I was younger, putting a lot of heavy shit on my back and my shoulders, and that in turn messed up my neck. So it took a long road to recover, and a way that I maintain my neck strength, mobility, and functionality is to train my neck on a regular basis. So those are 4 easy to use things. Obviously, that harness doesn't fit in my gym bag, so just on the days that I use it, I have to bring that in separate and apart. But with this puppy, the bag, all I do is I stick it on to the nearest metallic apparatus. It could be the actual machine I'm using. It could be a nearby wall. It could be, if I'm using like a universal cable machine, it could be like the side next to the stack. And that enables me, again, to keep all my stuff, my keys, my headphones, you saw the gym pin, the Versa grips, the wrist cuffs, everything that I need all in one place without leaving it on the ground, getting dirty, and also less likely to lose it because I got to grab this and take it with me everywhere I go in the gym. So I hope you found this helpful. If you like this video, please feel free to like, follow, share with a friend, and I'll catch you on the next one.